on down the line, you go back and you think about that. You think about how you just spit in a homeless person's face.
Constantly chased by Satan temptations, leaving me anxious, disguising all of your problems with everything you relate with. Hate the fact that I'm patient, seen better days, but we'll make it.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Isaiah, and I'm back with another video for y'all. Okay, so I am very excited about giving this video today because this is an actual real video that is about real things and real stuff. No, I'm kidding. But no, today what we're gonna talk about is being happy, man. Everyone has a problem with finding happiness in their life at some sort. If you're rich, you feel like you just have all this money and you find all the demons in life and you have a problem, right? And then if you're poor, you're like, I'm so poor, and you always hear about the rich being upset and you always hear about the poor being upset. Well, this is why. Now look, guys, we all have bad traits, right? Now bad traits stem from the most diverse places. They come from everywhere, but pretty much everything that's a bad trait came from a temptation. Temptations are the things that lead to either good things or lead to bad things. And a lot of the time, if you're being tempted or you're being persuaded, it has a negative end result. Now, we have a lot of bad traits that we do, guys. We have a lot of them. Everyone has different bad traits. We lie as humans, we steal as humans, we do the most. We lie about our character, we lie about what we have, we lie on others just to make ourselves look better. We do a lot of bad things, and a lot of these things get caught up in a cycle, which is why I call them a trait. Now, we also have very good traits as humans. We are caring, we're loving, we are compassionate, we are very good people as well. Now, a lot of us are just a mixture of both of those things. Hence why you see in a lot of videos, a lot of cartoons growing up as a kid, you would see an angel and you would see a devil. Well, those bad traits are the things that are already bad traits. They're trying to persuade you to continue to do more bad traits. That angel is that guy on the good side that's just like, yo, do good stuff. It's the right thing to do. And there is the one thing that's inside of all of us that we have, and if you don't have it, you're a complete maniac, is your conscience. And the craziest thing about your conscience is that your conscience is totally aligned with all your bad traits, and your conscience is totally aligned with all your good traits. Now, you can see how that can affect you just by me saying that alone. Well, think about it. All the good things you do make you feel good as well, right? Have you ever experienced doing something great? Don't you feel great after doing something great? When you go help and feed the homeless, you feel good afterwards. You get this feeling, this good feeling, right? Now, for a person who is a complete maniac, this may sound normal to you, but you went and spit in a homeless person's face. You may, at the time, whatever the reason for you spitting in their face was, may have felt fine. That's another thing I want to get into right after this. But it may have felt fine at the time for whatever reason you were to spit in a homeless person's face. But later on down the line, you go back and you think about that. You think about how you just spit in a homeless person's face. Maybe that's an extreme example, but what I'm trying to say is that just like I was explaining, with bad traits, there may be an instant gratification, but at the end of the day, you always have it aligned with your conscience, and you feel bad for it no matter what. When you lie about, look, I'm a short guy. I've done it before. I'm 5'8"3/4. I hate saying I'm 5'8" 3/4. I might as well just say I'm 5'9", so I do say I'm 5'9". You know, but I'm really 5'8" 3/4. But guess what happens when I say that? Now I tell people, now let's say if I made an extreme, right? I tell people I'm 5'10", right? Every time I say I'm 5'10" is to do what? To conform to that all guys should be tall and stuff. And that's my insecurity, right? So I have to lie about it. But guess what happens when I keep lying about it? When people ask me, how tall are you? I'm like, I'm 5'10", I'm 5'10". Guess what that does to me? That replays in my head, not that I'm 5'10", but the lie. I tell myself the truth every time I say 5'10", and that's why I say your conscience is aligned, because with every lie is a truth as well connected to it, which is your conscience, right? So you lie and you say, oh, I'm this height, but guess what you're telling yourself? I'm really short. I'm really short. Every time you tell someone a lie to make up for what you don't have, you just repeat to yourself what you don't have. I'm 5'10", I'm really short. 5'10", I'm really short. I'm 5'10", I'm really short. To yourself, you're telling yourself you're really short because you feel the need to fill this void, to feel like as if you're accepted. And that's where a lot of bad traits come from and how they harbor in you. Now you have to get rid of these bad traits in order to be happy. You can never move forward or do anything and feel positive about it because you have so many bad traits. Now there's a lot of celebrities out here who live great lives, but they are so sad. Why? Because they have so many bad traits. They didn't find the happiness within themselves. They found the money to buy whatever they want, but that's not what equals your happiness. You know what I'm saying? Everything that is an actual bad trait that you feel is right will always negatively impact you in the end. So if you're going out and you're buying, for me, I've done this. When you go out and you spend hundreds of dollars on that clothes and you say it's because I like the clothes, it's because I like it, it's what I like. If your real purpose is so that you go out and look fresh to the other people, if your real purpose is to go out and make other people give you gratification for what you're wearing, guess what? You feel empty at the end. You feel like you have to constantly find new things to wear. You have to constantly find new things to put on because you're never going to be satisfied. You're always putting on a front that needs constant gratification. You're never actually happy with what you have. So you're going to keep spending money. You're going to keep trying to put new expensive clothes on to fill this void because you are unhappy with yourself. Because you are not happy unless someone else tells you that you are good. You are not satisfied unless somebody else gives you that approval. And that's where the happiness stems from. As long as your happiness is within you, from you doing the most positive things, then you would be happy. You know, that's a lot of things that we face growing up because guess what? It's normal to feel like that. It's totally normal. You know, it's totally normal to feel like you have to put up something. Because you guess what happens to you? What happens to you is you grow up, you turn 5 years old, and you're sent to kindergarten with a whole bunch of other kids who turn 5, and now you're in an automatic dress contest. You're in an automatic smart contest. You're in an automatic friend contest. You're in an automatic approval contest where there's a lot of kids, and some kids get treated better because they are accepted better. So that programs you to feel the need to do what these kids are doing to be accepted better. And this is how we are programmed growing up. That's why there's different types of groups. That's why they show you these groups on movies, on different things, because there are those groups that they separate you in based on how you are approved by society. Now, if you look at it, instead of the most intellectual person being praised, the most attractive person is being praised in this society. Do you see what I'm saying? Which can lead a lot of people who don't feel like they're up to par, or that society has told them they are not up to par, to be set off into depression, to be set off into sadness because they cannot compete with what everyone else is doing. And that's why a lot of happiness is looked over because you're so focused on competing with everyone around you. Hence, envy on top of temptation are the two things that really destroy a person's happiness, because you're so focused on looking for things to make everyone else feel good about you that you forget to feel good about yourself. All right, guys? So what I would want you to do now is to literally take the time out of your day, get some paper, write down all your positive traits. And I guarantee everything that's actually positive makes you feel good. Now, please don't do this. Do not lie to yourself, okay? When I ask you for the next step, do not lie to yourself. Because you lying to yourself is just you continuing to not want to love who you are. Now, write down on the other side of this paper all your bad traits. Now, be completely honest with yourself. There's no one that's gonna tell you the truth like you're gonna tell yourself the truth. If you know you lie about your height, if you know that you're doing things just for be real with yourself. Be very honest, and no one's gonna judge you because it's you. Only you can judge you. It's only you and you at that moment. There's the good you and there's the temptation you, right? So you need to get that guy off. Write down all the bad traits and stop doing them. Now, I'm not gonna even tell you to stop doing them one by one. Because you can tell yourself stop doing one by one, and then one gets harder because you're trying to cope with the other one, and one gets even harder, you're trying to make up for not doing the other bad trait. You can let them all go if you really want to. That's the power of your mind. You have to just tell yourself, look, I don't want to do this no more. I know now, after you sit down and you have that conversation with yourself, and you're like, these are all the bad things that I do, and this it's bad, this is how it's bad, this is how it's bad, this is how it's bad, you have a choice to stop then. So guys, please take this time to go ahead and write that list. If you have any comments about videos I should do, if you have any comments on just this video alone today, if you want to share with me any of your experiences and how you feel about this, or if you decide to write that and how it helped you or how it doesn't, just let me know in the comment section below. You guys see my Instagram. Go ahead and follow me there if you don't already do that. And that'll conclude the video for today. I love all of you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like button. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you love my content, if you love this type of video. It's the first time I've done one like this, so if you guys enjoy it, just go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications so you get the little buzz when I drop a video, because I will be being very consistent. And yeah, guys, so you'll see. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today. Love y'all. Bye.
Look, FL to ATL like I'm working for Delta. Used to 13-hour shifts, you would drop me off at the shelter. Don't worry about no job, cause I got us if no one help us. Rebellious, cause we were teens, that my dreams are looking so helpless. Mine is stuck.